SPOFalcons.com. Here with men's soccer coach Mark Collings. Coach, you have another signing class in the books. You have 5 outstanding players. Your thoughts on your class?
Really excited. I think we're getting 5 guys that can contribute right away, which is important with the number of seniors we lost last year and the amount of leadership they provided, but also the on-the-field play. I mean, you're losing a couple All-Americans and some guys that had been 3- and 4-year starters. So we feel like we're getting 5 guys that are going to be able to come in and help our team, and even though they'll be young, they'll just definitely add a boost to the amount of talent on our roster, which is really important. We're trying to get the best kids we possibly can to our school and to the program, which is ultimately what will make us better. I'm excited to get 4 out of the 5 kids are from Washington, and that's something that we've worked really hard on. We need to get some of the top kids from the Northwest to stay home and play for SPU, and we feel like we've done that this year. And again, we've been able to go down to Arizona and get what we feel is a strong player up top in Steven. So it's a great class as far as we're concerned. They're great students, good guys, and I think they should continue to build on what we've started the past few years.
You mentioned the great students, and that is one thing that really jumps off the page, not just their athletic achievements, but some very impressive GPAs there.
Yeah, we're 4 out of the 5 of them are coming in on academic scholarship, and so I think that says a lot to it right there. And we've won the conference academic championship the past few years, and so we're hoping that these guys will help continue that tradition. We've talked about consistency at SPU the last few years, and these guys definitely are that. They're great people, very good students, and great soccer players, and I think that just leads to a great product because they're motivated not only to do well on the soccer field, but they're motivated to do well in class, and so that allows for a consistent approach by them.
You've participated in the last 2 NCAA tournaments. Did those back-to-back playoff runs resonate in your recruiting?
I think so. I think that what we're able to sell here is an opportunity to win. And for me, any kid that wants to win is a big plus. It's tough. They have a lot of choices to make, and all these guys had choices, whether it's Division I, Division II, or Division III. And, to get the complete package as far as a great city in Seattle, a great academic institution in SPU, and then, oh, by the way, you're going to have a chance to compete for championships. I don't know what kid wouldn't want to be a part of that, and certainly being able to back that up by being in the tournament now 2 years in a row, I think definitely has helped us and definitely grabbed some kids' attention.
Well, we've talked about the class as a whole. Let's talk about them individually. Why don't you just give a brief statement about each of the players?
So Chaz Jenkins is from Everett. He's played for the Crossfire Academy the past couple of years, and I've actually known Chaz since he was about 10 years old, and so it's going to be fun to have him here. It's been a dream of his to come to SPU and put on that Falcon uniform. He's going to play, we're not quite sure exactly where he'll play. He's versatile, he's very tough, and will provide us with some good bite, shall we say, through our midfield and back line. He's got a great left foot, and just a super competitive kid, and I love that about players. So excited to get Chaz. Next kid is Jordan Collars, and Jordan is playing for the Sounders Academy. He plays in the central midfield, and Jordan is a great passer. He's going to really help our midfield as far as being able to connect passes, and he has a great feel and rhythm for the game. His vision is quite good. He's developed as a leader as well. His high school team did really well last spring, and that was a big part of it was him and his play. He's developed a good shot, and his ability to get forward is something that's something that we really felt like we needed with some scoring from the midfield, and we think Jordan can provide that for us as well. So definitely a big addition to get Jordan. And then we have Stephen McDonald, and Stephen's a forward from Arizona. He's a big kid. He's very intelligent. The one thing that we've watched over the past couple of years is his improvement off the ball and his ability to move, and he's become a better and better finisher. But one of the things I love about Steven is his confidence. He really enjoys running at players when he's in possession and doesn't mind taking players on. And you need a guy that can change the game for you every once in a while with something a little different or creative. So it'll be good to have Steven up top. Jordan Thompson, or JT, is a welcome addition again to our forward corps. I think up top last year at times we struggled to score goals, and so we're hoping in combination with Steven that JT can provide us a scoring punch. He's proven that he can score at all levels. Played for the Sounders for a bit, now plays for Eastside, and Coach Dan Strom, where we've had previous products at Dan, and they've done quite well in our program. So we're really excited to have JT come in, and hopefully he can continue to score goals at the same rate he has been. Whether it's been the national championships for his club team or the Sounders or high school, he's just a proven goal scorer. And I think the biggest thing for him is his change of pace and his speed really are going to force teams to have to adjust and deal with him. And then the last guy we're adding is Mark Collings. Obviously a pretty welcome addition for us. He is probably one of the hardest working players that I've seen at the youth level. He's been a product of both the Sounders and Crossfire Academy. Again, Jeffrey's knowledge of the game and his feel for the game will allow us to look at him in a few positions, which I think is key. You've got to have guys that, as the season rolls along, can provide you some flexibility, and Jeffrey does that because he doesn't beat himself. He does a good job of providing some stability, whether it's in the back line or in the midfield, and we're really looking forward to adding Jeffrey to our team.
You mentioned Mark Collings, who is your son. Can you talk a little bit about the dynamic in recruiting there, and if it was awkward when other coaches would call wanting to recruit him?
Yeah, I think, if anything, my wife and I really tried to steer Jeffrey towards looking at other schools because, we wanted to make sure he was coming to SPU for the right reason. And ultimately, after visiting a couple campuses and talking to coaches, Jeffrey just came to us and said it's always been his dream to play at SPU, and that was pretty tough to argue with. So we're excited, and I think that speaks for the class overall. All 5 of these guys have been committed to us for quite some time, and all of them are really, really excited to join SPU, not only the soccer program but the community, and that's a big deal. I mean, when you get kids that are really excited about being a Falcon, that's only going to allow our program to grow and blossom.
Lastly, you lost a large senior class last year. You mentioned you expect some of these 5 to come in and play right away. What advice would you give these as they prepare for college next fall?
Yeah, I think we are gonna rely on them a bit, but we don't want to put too much pressure on them. So we're gonna ask them to come in and relax and enjoy it. Fortunately, we do have some other guys in our program that either have 1 or 2 years experience, some 3, that will be able to shoulder a lot of the burden, and we'll hopefully be able to bring these guys along slowly. So yes, we're going to ask for them to contribute, but it certainly isn't going to be that we're going to lean on them to carry all of the load. And we're also planning to add a few transfers as well to hopefully soften the transition for them, so to speak. But they're definitely talented, they're good players, they're great people, and that's why we can expect them to contribute for us next fall.
Great, thank you very much.